What was the landing like on Peleliu?
We got aboard an Amtrak that morning and come out of the vessel that we were on, LST or LCM, I guess it was, when it opened its doors and we hit the water and wallowed around out there like a buffalo and circled and drove around in circles until we got the word to go in. And while we were doing that, the Navy, from daylight on that morning, we hit the beach shortly after 8 o'clock that morning, but by the time daylight got there, the bomber planes were bombing and strafing and shooting their rockets. The Navy was shooting rockets and 16-inch guns. All the big guns from the Navy was working it over. A lot of black smoke, gray smoke, a lot of fire on the beach. It looked like it was an island was on fire. And we were going in, and we got hung up on a reef. And Johnny Marmette pulled his .45 out and told that guy he'd kill him if he didn't get that Amtrak off that reef. And you could hear the tracks spinning and grinding and going on, and all of a sudden, I know it seemed to me like we was there for 2 or 3 minutes, but I'm sure it was just seconds that we were there. But we were setting target. I mean, you know, we were a setting target. And we had already, the Jap gun was already zeroing in on us. I know that for a fact. He was hit to the left, to the right of us, and over us, and ahead of us. And just as we pulled out, after we got broke loose from that reef, just as we pulled out from that thing, we hadn't gone 10 yards until a shell landed right in front of us. And I mean close. It's close enough to splatter water on you. And I think that kind of was a God thing. I think that if we hadn't hung up on that reef, we'd have walked right straight into that shell. And we'd have all been most likely done away with right there. Never made it into shore at all. But then we went on into the beach, and our motto was to get the hell off the beach. You know, don't stand around, don't jam it up, get out off the beach. You're a setting target. That's where they're zeroed in on you with their artillery and big mortars. So get off the beach. So we did. We got up and got inland a little ways. And I never will forget it. Sledge didn't smoke, and I knew he didn't smoke. And we hadn't been on the beach, I don't guess, 20 minutes, and Sledge said to me, he said, "Burgin, you got a cigarette?" And I said, "Yeah." "But you don't smoke." "You don't smoke, Sledge." "Yeah, but I want a cigarette." I gave him a cigarette, and I looked around a few minutes later, and he chewed that rascal right down to the nub. He hadn't smoked it at all. He was really nervous. I was nervous enough, but he was really nervous. But rightfully so too, because they was working us over pretty good.
To learn more about Marine R.V. Burgin, read his book Islands the Damned, available autographed at marinervburgin.com.